Hi, my name is Megan. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I suffer from chronic migraines. The medication that I was taking that was working was no longer working, and I felt like my doctors had given up on me, and so they started prescribing me large doses of oxycodone and fentanyl patches. As time progressed, I became addicted to the medication, tried to get off of it on my own, and that's when I realized that this is something tougher and larger than I could handle on my own. That's when I started to do my research, and I came across RDD, and I, to this day, will never forget my first phone call with Jeannie. She was absolutely amazing. She's probably one of the sweetest ladies I've ever met. She's informative, she is loving, compassionate, she takes every minute of every second of every day to go through the whole process with you from start to finish, because obviously when you're in a situation like this, it's scary, so you want to know what's going to happen, how is it going to work, what are the results going to be, what am I going to feel like. Once I actually booked the procedure to come out here, I had my first appointment with at the office to meet the staff, have your blood drawn, and everybody from the nurse to the therapist to the medic, Jim, everybody was just amazing from the start. Loving, compassionate, informative, never made you feel like you were an addict of any sort. They made you feel like you were a true patient and a real person. The procedure was the next day, and I'm not going to lie, the procedure itself, you're definitely nervous. You are going through a major, what you can call a surgery. And the next 2 days afterwards were, you're definitely a little tired, but they give you any medicine that you need to make you feel comfortable. You are there in the care of wonderful people, from the nurses to the medics. They're constantly coming in and checking in on you. Jim is the medic that actually oversees everybody, so he, kept coming in to make sure I was comfortable and that, that I, felt that I was in the best care. And you're always asked, is everything okay? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you nauseous? They have to make sure that you are fully, comfortable and taken care of. That is their main concern. And so that, I think, is what impressed me the most, was that you weren't just there thrown in with a bunch of people you didn't know or feel comfortable with. You were there and you were cared for, like almost as if you were a family member. And after the procedure, you come back and you're at the hospital. And, those first, 24 hours at the hospital are tough, but you have each person has 2 people caring for them, and then they have the medics overseeing that as well. So you're administered medication, for any kind of leg cramping, anxiety, for sleeping. They want you to sleep, and they help you, when you need to go to the bathroom. Just full support. It was wonderful. And then the next day, you go back to the hotel, and my parents were here, and you can choose whoever you want, friend, family. The medic then brings you up to the room, goes through all the medications with the family or the caregiver, so they're on the same page. Everything is written down, documented, explained thoroughly. They have a folder, almost like a Bible, that they have to follow. And then the medics come and check on you numerous times within the day to check your blood pressure. But from start to finish, it was probably the most amazing, life-changing experience, not only because of how quickly you can do this, but it empowers you. It makes you feel like, wow, I did this. I feel like a better person. I had my procedure done in the middle of November, and 3.5 weeks later, I think we are now, and I feel completely back to normal. I feel great. I'm starting to work out again. I'm running around with my little boy again. I'm back to the old Megan that I used to be. So, and the greatest part about RDD is that you get full follow-up for whatever you need. I can call Jeannie 24 hours a day if I have to. She always answers her phone. If I say, Jeannie, I had a headache today, what should I do? She's right there to answer the phone every single time, or calling a medication, or just even for mental support, she's there. So she suggests, going to therapy, so I see my own therapist, and they're all in touch, so everybody's on the same page. From the first phone call to Jeannie to this day today, has been a miracle experience. I can just call it one big miracle. It was absolutely amazing. I realized as I was making this decision that I had a ton of choices. There's a ton of different rehab centers out there, and a lot of them are, 28-day, 60-day, 90-day programs. In my case, I didn't have a strong mental addiction, so for me, really, it was just detoxing from the opiates themselves. So, and there's also other places out there that do the same thing, but RDD is the one that gives you the best care. I mean, I've talked to other people that have gone to other places and their experiences were awful, because what they end up doing is they put you on a drug called Oxycodone, which is just as addictive as any of the other opiates. So they take you from one opiate to another opiate, and then there you are back in the same situation. Where RDD detoxes you completely, puts you on an opiate blocker, and then your follow-up, you can either come and have a shot once a month, or they can do a implant which lasts 2 months, or you can take a pill every day to block the opiates, which you do for a year's time. It's kind of like an insurance policy to make sure that you don't go back to that lifestyle again. And as long as you're dedicated, and I'm sure everyone can testify to this, that who's gone through it, that once you've gone through it, you probably don't want to go through it again. It is the say-all, end-all, best procedure that there is out there, that I can honestly testify to personally. And I'm amazed still to this day, and I feel wonderful, and I feel confident, and I feel like my energy's back, and I just can't thank Jim, Bethany, Jeannie, I just cannot thank them enough. They've been absolutely amazing. I have to say that RDD altogether, including Jeannie, including Jim, including Bethany, and everyone else that took such great care of me, is the reason that I am who I am today. They have completely turned my life around. They're the little angels sitting on my shoulders that I can contact anytime I need them, that are there for me for my support, and I can't thank them enough.